You can be anything, not everything, but anything. And today I want to show you how. I want to show how Anomaly Incubator will allow you to be anything you want to be and fully self-actualize. First of all, welcome to Anomaly Incubator, the world's apex for elite performers self-actualization. This is the about video, the second version of it. I have some notes as the last video so that I don't forget to explain certain things. But on the other hand, I want to tell you that this video is for you to see if you resonate with what I'm doing and to see if I have anything of value for you, which I do. But first of all, I would like to quickly tell you a little bit about myself so that you understand the credibility. I will not go into details, I just want to give you surface. Now, when it comes to me, or as my job, right, what I do for work, what I have been doing for work in the past few years. So my name is Augustin, and the fully self-actualized version of me is Justin. You're gonna see that reflected in the videos, in the content, on the website, everywhere. But for work, I am a full-time day trader, so I trade crypto and forex, but I also invest in crypto, cycle long sort of investments, and I've been trading since 2019. The second thing is I worked in high ticket sales for 2 years and 1 year in door-to-door sales because sales is the best thing ever. Another thing is I worked in marketing and advertising for certain individuals. Well, I studied marketing and advertising, and I done a lot of work for certain individuals over the past 4 years. But also on a more personal level, I am into psychology and philosophy. Therefore, I am a psycho-philosopher, right? Best of both worlds. Best of both worlds. Um, but personal development is my obsession. I obsess over high performance and optimizing output, but also quality of life. Another thing, right, is extreme sports, adrenaline sports, but that's not as relevant in my credibility. Well, in theory, it is because you realize a lot of psychology and a lot of philosophy when you are in great danger, but more on that later. So, um, I want to also touch on my starting point, right? Uh, I come from a background which was, again, all of this is not to say, oh, look at little poor old me. It's more so to say, hey, be inspired, because if I can do it, then anyone can do it. And I literally mean anything. So I was barely passing every single grade since 8th grade, right? School was never my thing. I could never get a grade higher than 3 or a C, I think, in English sort of grading system. And also from a very early age, I got labeled with ADHD, depression, social anxiety, OCD, and a little bit suicidal back then. Also, another blessing I got is epilepsy. Epilepsy sort of spawned into my life around the end of primary school, but I've solved that because I can solve everything. On the other hand, I was always an outlier, bullied, never fitting into any of the groups. So, again, why am I telling you this? It's not to say, look at little poor little me, but to inspire. There is no such thing as impossible. And for instance, as the most vivid example I give to people, they said that epilepsy is something you cannot cure. Now, I do admit I didn't have the worst sort of epilepsy, but it doesn't matter. Anything that is deemed impossible is possible for those who conceive, right? If you can believe and if you can conceive, you can achieve. That's the point, that's the message. And also, I created my dream life from zero to whatever I am right now and whatever I'm going to be. Um, yeah, so the next thing I would like to explain to you is who is this actually for, right? And if you went to the website, you already know it's for anyone who has a vision or a dream that is greater than the things that seem easy to accomplish, right? Everything's simple, nothing's easy. So it's visionaries, entrepreneurs of all sorts of levels, traders, right? Because that's what I do. Mavericks, prodigies, anomalies, and glitches in the matrix, as the modern terms would, likely suggest. Um, so, which problems am I actually solving for you? Now, there are a lot of problems, right? Because all of the things that I faced, like all the diseases, all the problems, I'm solving them for you. But if we boil them down into a single sort of sentence, it would be limiting beliefs that hold you back from your dreams, right? And with that, I want to free you from averageness, right? From being an NPC, and get you to your self-actualized state. You can be Andrew Tate, you can be Iman Gaji, or whoever the you are following, right? It doesn't matter who you aspire to be. You can be better than them, not only as good but better, in your own way. That is, right? Self-actualization, your ideal self. Now, by addressing limiting beliefs, I will unlock the following for you: your full potential, right? The best version of you, or self-actualized self, which is the only thing I find value in, because it encapsulates everything else: money, happiness, wealth, freedom. If you are self-actualized, you have all of that. The next thing is peak performance, right? As I told you, I am all about optimization and highest quality of life, and that will guarantee you peak performance to outproduce everyone. And another thing here is I'm going to teach you how to never burn out, right? Burning out is for normies. We are not normies. We are anomalies, right? You never burn out, or you don't have to if you know how to. The next thing is godlike vitality and energy. Yeah, right? Diving into biohacking and optimizing the physical plane. The next thing is top tier quality of life and reality creating or bending sort of powers so that you can do anything. Now, all of this, right, is for you. All of this is you being you, autonomous, authentic self, right? Free from, externally imposed limiting beliefs or anything, right, that would sort of hinder your ability to achieve your self-actualization and dreams. Through awareness, which I will teach you how to be aware and how to achieve altered states of consciousness, supreme levels of, self-awareness, um, we are going to self-actualize you. And again, in the Bible, right, it says, know thyself. And if you know thyself, you have no problems. But right, from the birth, you've been given, a social number, a language, a flag, a color, yada, yada, yada. And I want to free you from that. I want to show you that there are actually desires which your soul has, not your mind, not your ego, but your soul. And fulfilling that is way better than anything else. Self-actualizing all over again. Now, okay, like you say now, great. Okay, so how are we actually going to do all of that, right? Do you have a plan? And yes, I do, because again, I achieved the things I wanted to do, and I achieved them well and fast. But anything that seems impossible, right, is not impossible for those who perceive it as possible. The only limitations, right, are self-imposed. Now, sorry, I'm a little bit not used to the camera and everything. I am more of a writer than I'm a speaker, but I wanted to come to you in person, right? If you resonate, you do. If you don't, you have people who you will resonate better with. This is me. This is my autonomous, authentic self. And, for those who resonate, amazing. If not, I wish you all of luck. There's a lot of free value. Take it and go. Find that which you resonate with. Now, yes, you are correct. It is impossible, right? Again, for those who cannot believe and who cannot conceive, they will never achieve. And I have the key. And the key to achieving impossible, right? To becoming a profitable day trader, to becoming a billion-dollar business owner, or whatever you want to call it. The key is holistic, high performance lifestyle regime, a full stack, right? To be a full stack game character or a movie character, whatever you wanna, whatever analogy you would like. You can be the main character of the game or the movie or the story of the book. It depends what you prefer. I like to make the analogy with either a movie or a game because, even though I never really played games, I still can sort of get on the same level as the game. But forget all of that. Let's move on. So there is a shared mission that you and I have, and that is self-actualization, right? And supremacy. You want to be supreme, excellent. You don't want to be, sloppy, average, NPC. You don't want to be a normie, a peasant. You want to be the king. You want to be the emperor. You want to be the supreme ruler of your own reality. Now, the unique approach that composes my regime, right, or where it came from is, first of all, I spent more than $100,000 over the past 6 years or so on accessing information which is not accessible to those who do not spend a shit ton of money on accessing information. That's the first thing. The second thing is I've always been fascinated with formula, right, and variables. Now, formula over variables is the thing that actually sort of initiated the whole anomaly incubator thing. I wanted to teach you a formula so that you can implement your own variables and actually, personalize your whole journey, because that's what it's all about. There are so many people on the internet nowadays who are preaching their own variables as the only right way to go. But no, right? No. It is about the formula, not about the variables. If you know the formula, then you can insert your variables and get the outcome you want. That's number 3, not number 2. Most of the, yeah, so I just said that, but the spectrum opposites are the things I combine, right? Instead of just being here in the middle, I went into ancient occult wisdom, right? I spent a lot of time studying mysticism and ancient occult wisdom. But on the other hand, I also spend a lot of time studying, modern cutting edge, science or medicine or whatever you want to call it. And modern cutting edge science allowed me to implement the findings of the cutting edge technology and the newest research, but also to contrast it against the ancient occult wisdom. Because if there are things that people knew for hundreds and thousands of years, then, you can actually see the confluence where they come together, and that's how you get the best of the both worlds. Great. Next thing, I developed a thing called MBSology, or mind, body, spiritology, or whatever again you want to call it. But it's the study that studies mind, body, and spirit, physical, mental, and spiritual levels to the levels, right? And Anomaly incubator's general purpose, right, is twofold. Number one is empowerment and awakening of you, to awaken to the freedom, to the power that you actually have. And number two is to be the sanctuary or the home for like-minded individuals. Now, the reason why I want to do those two things, right, the reason why I embody the purpose, which I just, sort of told you about, is because, as I told you, I was always an anomaly. I was banished from all the groups, and I never had people that I could resonate with. Now that's why I'm creating Anomaly Incubator, so that you can find people, because it's most likely that if you resonate with me, if you resonate with Anomaly Incubator as a whole, you will not have a lot of people who understand your ambitions around you. Your parents, your other family members, friends, they yeah, I know they're pressing you down, like that's not okay for you. So I wanted to create a sanctuary, a home for anomalies, so that we can support each other and actually, talk about the things we like to talk about. Now, this is a sacred haven for accelerated learning, growth, and self-actualization towards your dream life. And my purpose, my own purpose as individual, so that was the purpose of Anomaly Incubator, but my purpose as individual is to lead by example. I don't want to be bossing you around, showing you, yeah, you need to do that, and then have the audacity to be hypocritical and do the opposite myself. If I tell you something, I am doing it, right? Lead by example, pave the way, and illuminate the way. And the second thing I want to do for you, the second purpose of mine, is to help you become unstoppable, right? We don't want to be average, as I said. Supremeness is the name of the game. Now, next thing I would like to tell you about is how actually AI uh, embodies all of those things, like how we're actually going to do them. So the first thing is AI ecosystem, the knowledge ecosystem. It is unpolished, raw, but supremely powerful, concise and distilled information on all of the topics: psychology, philosophy, physiology, biohacking, ethohacking, like both sides of the coin. Also about money, so I'm going to be speaking about trading because I know way too much about it. I'm going to be talking about crypto investing. I'm going to be talking about how to actually multiply your money, not only make it, but also to preserve it and multiply it. And then, so that's one of the things, but those are like input, right? That's what I am outputting so that you can input. And again, it's written content and polished projects, right? On the second hand, we have habit X, then shift X, 9C, 1Y, and things like that. Those are the tools that I built myself, which are personalized for me, but I'm also giving you the formula so that you can personalize them for yourself. Inside the app that we are building, it is so powerful. It's something that no one's ever done before, and I know it because no one actually provided it for me. If someone would do it for me, I wouldn't have to be doing all of this shit, right? And I say that with all of the love and all of the respect for everyone because never mind. Let's just move on. Yeah, and the next thing is, so that's input. Then there are tools. There is output, which is, you know, networking with like-minded individuals, where you're going to be able to provide your own lessons into the group, and we're going to create a ecosystem together. So it's not like I only know everything. You also know a lot. So I want you to share your, experiences and be a part of our collective story as Anomaly Incubator, because we are going to be the biggest very soon. And the last thing is the 4L accountability system, but you're going to learn more about it whenever you join. So that is the point. I think that is the point that I wanted to convey, the path, right? The main parts across. Sorry, can't read after I wrote. But last three things I want to touch on or tell you about are a magnum opus game of life, then where I stand with product development progress, and the future outlook. Now, again, most of the points were already conveyed, so this is only for the people who resonated with the above, so that you know what you're getting and where we're going from here. So first of all, it is magnum opus or magnum opus game of life. It's still in early access, but I'm going to link it below, and you can find it in the anomalyincubator.com/knowledge, where you're going to find a shit ton of free knowledge. But there is also Magnum Opus Game of Life, and that is a universal formula or a video course which I created that's going to possess everything that you need to know to start, right? If you want to, not only get early access, but to make a lot of progress before even deciding if you want to go deeper with Anomaly Incubator, you have the Magnum Opus Game of Life for free. The reason it's free is because I was watching Alex Hormozy actually, and he said that, your most powerful content should come out of your heart for free. And that's what I've done. This is the only course I truly wanted to charge the most for, but then I decided I'm just gonna give it out for free, even though it took me literal months to build. But moving on, Telegram group for now, right? Telegram group is somewhere that's like a temporary sanctuary, temporary meetup of like-minded individuals, just because the app, the phone app and the website app is still in development. It's going to be released fully for all the paying members in the next 2 months, next 3 months. Like before summer, we are going to be well on the horse on the road. And in the Telegram group, I also provide a lot of resources, right? Free resources and more free value and knowledge. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is product development. So currently I have all the prices on pre-sale because you're basically expressing the fact, right, that I will not let you down, which I won't. And there is also 100% risk-free, purchase for you, because fortunately for me, I don't need your money because I'm trading and investing, and I've been doing that for a while now, which also allowed me to have the um, time freedom to actually dedicate myself to Anomaly Incubator. All of the money that's coming from Anomaly Incubator, so all of the payments and everything, is to fund the development of the apps, to give rewards to you, right? We're gonna have a lot of competitions, a lot of um, financially incentivized, so money-based rewards within the Anomaly Incubator. So if you're going to be diligent, if you're going to be active, you can actually get all of the money you paid for, access, plus more, right, back. And right, the pre-sale and early access is basically a reward for your support and trust. One of the reasons why I'm making it behind a paywall is just because I've noticed. So for those who don't know, I actually started Interstellar Focus in the early part, or the latter part of 2022, early part of 2023, and everything was free. I had everything for free. Like the group was free, the resources were free, and what I've learned is the people who paid the most, right? Because I tried to experiment a little bit with payments. Those people who paid the most were active the most. Those people who came in for free didn't do shit. So I'm done with these free things, right? Because people don't actually appreciate the things that are free. Now, again, there's a lot of free things on Anomaly Incubator's website, and you also have a free membership on the ecosystem. But when it comes to the depth and true, like, crazy value, right? The years and years of accumulation, right? That I basically am dedicating my life to providing it to you. That's behind the paid wall, because again, as I did my research, apparently it seems that, if people don't pay, they are not as much, devoted as they should be. Also, upon entry, you're instantly going to receive Anomaly curriculum, right? That's the first thing I want to give it to you. It is the curriculum which I wrote, and it's on mind, body, and spirit, like a holistic approach where I'm targeting all the most important sort of topics. And yeah, that's that. Then the future outlook. Uh, we're going to have multiple calls, multiple group calls every week, right? 2, 3, depends on how much time I will have. Q&A, AMA sessions, Sunday crypto market sessions, right? So on every Sunday, those of you who are into trading, investing, and crypto, we're going to have a live session where we're going to scout the markets and we're going to see what's happening in the markets. I'm going to be providing my outlook, how I'm playing it, yada, yada, yada. So right now, I want to focus a little bit more on advertising and those things so that I can get as many of you in Anomaly Incubator as possible, so that we can start to expand faster. The more resources I get from Anomaly Incubator, right, the more I'm going to be spending on, the product development, app development, phone app development. In March, we're going to be done with the building phase, so we're going to transition from pre-sale into chapter 1 prices, so it's going to go up. Please be aware of that. Well, sorry, not March, April. We're in March right now. God damn, I'm not even keeping track of time. In April, the building phase will be finished. So through April, we still have pre-sale. After April, we're done. Then constant inflow of ecosystem materials. So I am making content for you every single day within the ecosystem. Maybe every 3 days if it's a little bit longer ones, because I sometimes go off the rails and I write like a 30-page, a research paper, but everything inside the ecosystem is high value, like distilled knowledge. Like just reading one paper will blow your mind, and boom, like I'm way too excited about Anomaly Incubator, like you don't understand, because I may not be able to communicate the value as well as I actually understand it, but this is gonna be so big, like you have no clue. And also during the 2024 year, I'm gonna be focusing most of my time and resources on teaching you about biohacking, because a healthy body will result into you making or being able to produce more, to live a better, more quality life. If you're physical, if your body is effed, then your mental cannot focus, your mental cannot function, and your spiritual, let's not even go that far yet. There's also the bull run going on in crypto in 2024-25. However, it's gonna play out, and that's something I want to also convey to you, how I'm playing it, when I think there's gonna be a top, when to sell. The risk metrics and everything are inside an Excel sheet, which I'm gonna be providing the exit strategy and everything too. And then after that, I'm gonna spend probably about 4 years or so just trying to teach you everything I know about psychology and philosophy. This is a multi-decade project for me. Well, it's a lifetime project for me, but it's a multi-decade project in a sense where it's gonna take, a lot of time to truly express everything I know, because I know so much that it's not even funny. And as even though I say that, I also understand that I don't know a lot, because there are people who are further along the journey than I am. Now, this is where I want to sort of end it for today. Thank you for joining me to actually listen to me trying to tell you about Anomaly Incubator. This was the about video. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to just join the Telegram group and ask me anything you want. You also have the email on the website, so send me everything that you want to know. Send me, like, even if you want to get on a half an hour call, 15-minute call with me, just like one-on-one. If you need anything, let me know. I'm gonna try and make time for you, because I want to serve people, not make money with Anomaly Incubator. But at the same time, I want you to appreciate the fact that I'm trying to do all of this, right? I'm trying to dedicate my essence, my soul to you. So please understand that if I don't answer immediately, that if I can't make time immediately, that's because I have a lot of things to do, right? I think that's going to be it. And as always, remember, you create your own reality. I hope to see you in the Anomaly Incubator.